Chairman, and I want to thank the Chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Chairman Goodlatte, for his kindness in allowing me to come forth with an amendment here. My amendment is quite simple, and I believe it should be bipartisan. My amendment quite simply requires agencies to make available on the Internet the data, the science, studies, and analyses that a major rule is based on. This transparency allows everyone access to the source information and the same information so we can all be on the same page when we talk about these things. No one is left in the dark. You know, Iowans ask me, and I'm sure the same questions are asked to other members when they're home, how do regulations come to these conclusions? How do these regulators get to where they get to when they do these regulations? What science or data do they use? Is it sound science? And they want to see the same data and science, and they ask me, well, can we see it too? And I don't have a good answer for them at the time, but I want to make sure that they do. And so this amendment allows Americans to see that science that the regulators use. My amendment helps answer these questions by simply making this information available. You know, federal regulations affect every aspect of a hardworking American's day from the moment they wake up until they go to bed at night. They affect America's job creators, big and small, with sometimes exorbitant costs in order to comply, but also devastating costs of lost opportunities to grow their businesses and create more jobs. And federal regulations have a giant impact on the health of our national economy to the tune of $1.88 trillion in 2014. Federal regulation is a constantly growing entity. The Code of Federal Regulations, as we know, is monstrous in size, cost, and effect on our economy and our job creators and on the bank accounts of hardworking Americans. You know, I have a real dedicated interest in tackling this issue of regulations because they affect our rights and the economy. And I'm willing to work with anyone on these issues. I have other ideas. You know, I want to know, I think we should know who these regulators are, who's writing these rules and regs, what's their background. You know, we as members put our names on amendments and bills, but we don't know the names of the people who are writing these regulations. Those are ideas that I have. Also, you know, we do financial disclosure reports here in Congress. Members do as well as our senior staff. I think we should consider the impact that this would have on those who do these regulations, making them do a financial disclosure report. These are just some of the ideas, but today my amendment is about making sure the science and data that these regulators, what they come to a conclusion on, are made available to the public so we can all be on the same page and there's transparency and we're not left in the dark.